sorry. Did I wake you?
That's a way to wake up.
That's a good one.
Well, last year, Heather Locklear was back to her old vixen tricks that defined her career, returning to TV in the Tyler Perry drama, Too Close to Home.
But over the weekend, she made headlines when she was arrested on suspicion of domestic violence and battery of an officer during a fight with her boyfriend at her home. Hard to see that picture.
Yeah, I mean, she was one of the biggest names in TVs, right? She was the go-to person to revive struggling shows. I think a big question now is, what happened to Heather?
We've been in the spotlight for a long time. Is there a price to be paid for it, you think?
You know what? It just depends on where you go with it in your own head.
Heather's mugshot from Sunday is nothing like the Heather Locklear we've seen on Hollywood red carpets.
Action! Where are you going?
Anywhere that I don't have to see you carrying on with that alley cat.
Heather, of course, is TV royalty. Her character, Amanda Woodward, famously saved the struggling Melrose Place in 1993.
Everything that you do, that you've come on, has been a hit.
Every time I went on something, everything was right. All the components were right, the cast was right.
Heather burst onto the scene in her first major TV role on Dynasty in 1981, playing a sexy vixen. A year later, she played a hot cop on TJ Hooker and brought new life to Spin City when she joined in 1999. She was one of the few TV stars considered a sure thing, so much so that a bidding war erupted between the studios in 2003 for her then pilot Once Around the Park.
So people want me.
Yeah, people wanted you. I mean, like studios and all that kind of stuff.
That show didn't make it, nor did Heather's next series in 2004, the hugely promoted LAX. Heather headlined the show, which was canceled after just 13 episodes, and she hasn't had her own series since.
I, Heather Locklear, did find the perfect man. That was easy. I mean, not easy. I had to look.
Then in 2006, Heather had some personal issues. Her 11-year marriage to Richie Sambora crumbled. And then the unthinkable, just months later, Richie began a relationship with 37-year-old Denise Richards, Heather's good friend since 2001.
I have a patient, or I have a feeling she's suicidal, and I would want someone to go there.
The first public signs of trouble occurred in March of 2008, when a man claiming to be her doctor requested emergency assistance at Locklear's home. In June, Heather voluntarily entered a facility to treat anxiety and depression. The stay lasted for 4 weeks. In November, she was arrested on suspicion of DUI, later pleading no contest to reckless driving.
Are you glad 2008 is almost over?
You know, it's been a rough 2008.
It has.
Later that year, she faced the music on Leno, talking for the first time about her turbulent 2008.
So looking back, what would you have done differently this past year? Anything?
I would have stayed in my house.
Stayed in your house?
No, you know what? I wouldn't have done anything differently because
Yeah.
here I am today, happy and healthy, and, you know, lessons are to learn, and
Okay.
so...
And you've learned some lessons?
Some hard lessons, yeah.
Wow.
But sadly, since that interview, she's been to rehab 5 more times.
You know what? We really just hope the best for her. An addiction is so hard to beat. You just got a day at a time.
Yeah.